Welcome to the awards part of the opening ceremony. And EuMA is always very proud to acknowledge individuals who have given exceptional contributions to the microwave community and to the Microwave Association. So we have 4 EuMA awards. We don't award all of them each year. So there's the Outstanding Career Award, which we'll do today, the Distinguished Service Award today as well. The Pioneer Award will be in Milan. And for the first time, we will be awarding the Roberto Sorrentino Young Persons Prize. So the 3 awards today are the Outstanding Career, the Distinguished Service Award, and the Roberto Sorrentino Award. So let's start with the Distinguished Service Award. I think this will be the 18th time that we will give a Distinguished Service Award from EuMA. It was established in 2004. Purpose is to recognise an individual who's given outstanding service to the benefit of our community and also to the European Microwave Association. And there are some microwave field giants on that list, starting down at the bottom with Gardiol and Claricoats and many, many others, all of them microwave giants. So at this point, I'd actually like to invite Frank onto the stage to start to give these awards. So it's with great pleasure that we can announce that Steve Nightingale will be given the Distinguished Service Award for 2021. Steve is a founder member and past director of EuMA, had a distinguished industrial career internationally, not just in the UK. He's been a great servant for the Microwave Association and the Microwave Weeks and conferences at TPC service, etc., etc., etc. So, Steve, if you'd like to come on to the stage to receive the Distinguished Service Award 2021.
I know I wasn't expected to say anything, but one particular thing I would like to say is earlier on in this session, people asked to stand, and so as a founder member of the European Microwave Association, I'd like to add my welcome to those who are here for the first time. I was quite surprised to see how many of you there were, so welcome. And the other thing I'd like to say is do get involved with the organisation of this conference and help shape it. Thank you very much.
So we can now move on to the Outstanding Career Award. I think this is the 12th such award. Again, some giants in there, Ito, Rhodes, Snowden, Hartnagel down the bottom, for example. So the Outstanding Career Award was established in 2008 to recognise individuals whose careers have exemplified outstanding achievements in the field of microwaves. So it's with great pleasure that this year, or for 2021, we can announce that Richard Snyder is to be awarded the Outstanding Career Award for 2021. So Richard has had a fantastic career in industry, internationally, professionally, and there is a list there of some of the bullet points, Richard. So very well deserved, and congratulations.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. I have a few things. Do you want to say?
Yeah, a few things to say.
I won't bore you too very long, but I do have a few things to say other than, and besides, thank you to Andy and the rest of the awards committee for what is, to me, a very, very important and significant honor in my life and my career. I'm going to put my cheaters on so I don't misread what I have. Well, Europe's been a part of my life for since the late 1950s, perhaps. This is a career award, but at the end of this career award, I'm still going to continue my career. Nobody's going to get me off the stage until it's time to get off the stage. I don't mean this stage, I mean the stage of life and participation in the microwave community, which I think is the top community in the world. People ask me what I do for a living, and I am the president of a reasonably successful microwave company, but I tell people I'm a microwave engineer. I belong to this global community of microwave engineers, and it's the best community in the world, and that's what I do. I'm a microwave engineer. I've been coming to Europe since the late 50s, as I said, believe it or not. Europe has influenced my life as a student, as a tourist, as a professional, and even as a husband. I'll say a little bit more about that in a minute. I found some years ago that I was going to be lucky enough to be the general chair of an IMS. And so I chose my committee, and one of the people that I chose was our TPC chair, and that was Dr. Peter Hertzfeld. And Peter and I did not get along, but he was very competent. We had, it was like this, we just each had a different opinion about what was supposed to happen until the European Microwave Conference in the year 2000, which was in Paris. And we took the trip down the Seine, and we passed the Sorbonne, which it was now the University of Paris. And we were on the rear deck, and Peter pointed out, I stayed there as a student in 1962 in the summer. And I said, Peter, I was there in 1962 as a student. And we realized that during that time frame, we had probably been chasing the same females around. Certainly, we had been hanging out in the same dens of iniquity, listening to music. And from that moment on, we became really, really fast friends. And today, he's one of my best friends. And that was something that I attribute to the European Microwave Conference, to which I attended the first time in 1979 in Brighton, and under the tutelage of Ralph Levy, who was, quite a dignitary in this area. I'm almost done. Don't worry about it. He introduced me to this, and I've been attending since that time in answer to the young lady from Keysight since '79, but I missed most of the 10 years of the 80s because I started my company, and frankly, I couldn't afford to travel. So I got back into the 90s, and I've been doing it ever since. The time spent in my career as MTT president, I emphasized the global scope of our community. And to me, we have the best community anyplace. We're microwave engineers. We've had the same background, the same sorts of education, and we need to keep this unity, the global unity of our community. I emphasized that during my entire career in the MTT Society, and the participation that I've been lucky enough to have initially as an MTT observer in the EuMA organization, and now as a voting member of the General Assembly. I emphasize to you all that if there's one thing you want to remember, you're all microwave engineers. I appreciate this award more than any that I've received, and I thank the committee and this group, and I hope to contribute to the rest of this community as long as possible. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dick. So we now move on to a new award for the European Microwave Association. It's the Roberto Sorrentino Young Persons Award or Prize in recognition of an outstanding young professional with distinguished technical achievements within the microwave fields of interest. So I'd just like to pause for a minute just to say a few words about Roberto. Sadly passed in 2020. He led a very distinguished academic, professional and industrial career. In particular, he laid the foundations for the next generation of microwave engineers. He founded RF Microtech. He had many professional awards. He was a great leader and supporter of the European Microwave Association. Latterly, he was awarded the Grand Officer of the Order of Merit of the Italian Republic in January 2020 on the proposal of the Italian Prime Minister. So Roberto will be sadly missed. Can I invite now Frank onto the stage and Roberto's widow, Linda, before we do this announcement. So it's with great pleasure that we award the first Roberto Sorrentino Prize to Dimitra Saikogiu, who leads the Advanced RF Technologies Group in Cork. Fantastic researcher, lots of contributions, and has worked a lot in the area of Roberto. So I'd like to invite Dimitra onto the stage, please, for this award. Thank you. Thanks both. Yeah. Moving through now, so in terms of certificates of appreciation, we have to acknowledge the work of individuals, exceptional work, especially in the last few years. And I'd like to invite Frank Van Vliet onto the stage to receive his certificate of appreciation. Last year's, the last event was so challenging. You know, did a fantastic job. EuMA's very grateful, Frank, for everything that you've done. A huge workload. And I know it was down to your team, but you were a fantastic leader. And you had such a professional approach, Frank.
But it's way better to be here in person. Thanks, Nick.
We now move on to the Best Paper Award for the International Journal of Microwave and Wireless Technologies. So I'd like to invite Francisco onto the stage, who is the editor-in-chief. So Francisco. And thank you. And then just to announce that the best paper for 2020, a superheterodyne 300 gigahertz wireless link for ultra-fast terahertz communication systems, Iulia Dan and co-authors there. So I think we have somebody to represent the paper in the audience, do we? Ah, here we go. Yeah. Thanks, Ingmar. A good jump. Congratulations. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure and honor. On behalf of Iulia, who sadly cannot be here today, I'm proud to represent her. Thank you very much.
So I think that brings me to the end. So I'd just like to personally thank the nominators, the referees, the panels. A lot of work goes into this. The Microwave Association sponsors. Linda for being here today. Thank you very much. Just to remember, there is a special session for for Roberto in room 17 at 2:20 today. Finally, I'd just like to congratulate the awardees, Steve, Dick and Dimitra. Thank you all very much and have a great week.